Deltawomen stand up, make we put our hands together to make the testing better. Now him be our dream.
You're welcome to your favorite program on radio, Deltawomen Drumbeat. And it's nice having you back with me this week. For the past weeks on the program, we have been looking on a very important topic, teenage pregnancy. We have talked about the mother's role, the father's role, the media, and even the church. And now today is going to be the youth and education. The topic is the teenage pregnancy. I'm Joy Asai. And to discuss this topic with me is Mrs. Debbie Biniji. Madam, you're welcome to the program.
Thank you very much.
Okay, for you to be part of this program, you have to send in your contribution to our numbers on 090-321-74129. Now, you know, education has come to stay. There's no two ways about it. Now, the question for today is, what is the difference between teenagers of the 19th century and teenagers of the 21st century? Send in your answers to 090-321-74129. The program is Deltawomen Drumbeat. I still have Mrs. Debbie Biniji here with me to discuss the topic teenage pregnancy. Stay tuned. I'll be back after this time.
There is only one word that can change your mentality, that is information. Information is the act of imparting knowledge to you.
Introducing the Drumbeat magazine, full of suspense, lifestyle, fashion, kitchen corner, celebrities interviews, news and entertainment for your reading pleasure.
Don't miss this exciting, innovating, inspiring, life-changing magazine
Coming out on the 3rd of May 2014.
Check out every supermarket, cinemas and all news vendors.
The Drumbeat magazine, entertainment at your fingertips. Alright, you're welcome back to the program Deltawomen Drumbeat. The topic is teenage pregnancy. Our focus is the youth and education. As a teacher, what is comprehensive sex education?
Comprehensive sex education covers a lot of ground. Sometimes people mistakenly believe that sex education refers only to sexual intercourse and maybe sexual behavior. But the full array of topics that comprise sexuality includes information, concerns about pregnancy, abstinence, body image, gender, human growth, development, and human reproduction.
Thank you very much, madam. That's a very broad one. And I believe a lot of parents, teenagers are there, and teachers from all the schools have the understanding of what comprehensive sex education is. Why is sex education so necessary in school?
Sex education is very necessary in school because our society wants to be clean. We don't want our teenagers pregnant, because when a child, that's a teenager, is pregnant, it's like a child giving birth to another child. When the child is not even walking, cannot take care of himself, does not have a house, does not have anything to offer. But just because the child is involved in premarital sex, it becomes a problem.
A lot of these teenagers that get pregnant, they go to school. Some of them, they're even in maybe their second year in school, like class 2, class 3 and all. I keep wondering if the teachers or if the school is not implementing the rules or teaching, giving these children lectures about sex education. And that will take me to the next question. Do you think school today have played a better role in educating your students about sex and the risks that goes with it?
I think schools have done very, very well, because sex in those days used to be a very sacred area. Even parents at home don't talk about it. They don't discuss it. They even make the children not even to touch their own private parts. Even apart from cleaning, maybe washing, they are very careful. But that is not it. You have to allow the child to know how these parts of the body function. Like when the child is aware, there will be no peer pressure. Even if the friends are trying to influence the child will not be pressured into doing what he or she does not want to do.
You are a teacher, right? Have you in any case in your school handled any situation that comes in like the mother coming to the school to quarrel with the teachers? Why do you have to teach my children? Or why do you have to tell my child about sex? My child came to the house and report that they gave them lectures concerning sex today. Have you people had any experience like that in your school?
For now, we've not gotten any report like that. I think the only one we've experienced is when a parent comes and says a teacher molests the child. And most times we find out that the child is not that innocent. The child is just being deceitful, in the sense that the child is already aware of the dangers involved in premarital sex, knowing fully well the child has been taught from primary 4 to primary 5 to primary 6 or to the extent of like secondary school. The child knows his or her rights. So when a child is pressured, you can just say no and stand your ground. But peradventure the child yields to the teacher, the child can report to the headmistress or the guardian counselor that is assigned to that particular level or class.
But there are cases where you see teachers molest their students.
Yes,
You agree with
yes,
me? There are
yes,
cases like that.
yes.
Okay, thanks for agreeing with me. At what age should the child start attending the class where they do this comprehensive sex education?
A child in primary 4 should be about 8 to 12 years, so that by that time you know that the natural body features like the breast, the hair around the armpit, around the pubic area, the change of voice, the menstrual cycle, and the girl is already aware of her sexuality. The child has started cleaning herself up or himself up, making sure his nails are clean, the uniform is clean and all that.
Okay, so from primary 4, that is to say from 8 years and above, can attend the class where they do this comprehensive sex education. You see, a lot of teenagers have been victimized because some of them are molested by their own teachers in school. But if the school can teach the teenagers the risks that goes with it, I believe this problem of teenage pregnancy will be reduced. Okay, for now, let's listen to some individuals on how they feel about comprehensive sex education. Good morning, sir.
Good morning, how are you?
I'm fine, thank you very much, sir. I want to ask you a question. Do you think schools have done well in educating their students about sex education?
I can say the schools have done well and they are not done well too. Why I'm saying they're not done well too, because they don't teach about the sex implications. They don't teach about the reproductive system, and that's all. And most teenagers want to try it among themselves. That's why I have teenage pregnancy, and some of them ruin their lives with that. At the end of the day, they regret their actions.
Okay, thank you very much. Madam, good morning.
Good morning.
Okay, this is now Deltawomen Drumbeat. I want to ask you a question today. How you see schools where they teach their students about sex?
Schools where they teach their students about sex, I see and say a very good thing that they do. And I still encourage the idea of teaching their students about sex education. For now this life we dey now, so different disease full everywhere, like HIV, gonorrhea, and so on and so forth. The government they see they enlighten on them on all those things, so that they go know say if they involve themselves early for tender age concerning this sex, they go carry those disease.
So not be only belle na
Not only belle na involve those things. That make them continue to teach them, so that the students go know their left from their rights.
Okay, thank you very much, Madam. Belle. Wow, different folks with different thinking. You're welcome back to the program, Deltawomen Drumbeat. Now, Madam, who are the people that support sex education in school?
In schools, the government supports sex education because it's already in their curriculum from primary 4 and above. That is from primary 4 to primary 6, from JS1 to 3, and from SS1 to SS3. Because by then, before the child gets into university, the child should know that he or she has a right over her own body, that nobody can influence any of his or her decision.
Okay, and even the society, I believe, there is
Yes.
support of it.
Yeah.
Now, I want to ask this question. Apart from the government that supports this sex education and they have to add it to the school curriculum, is there any organization that comes to the school to teach these children about sex education, like organizations from different states and all? They organize meeting, just the way they have different clubs in school. They don't have a little club where they talk about sex, and the only topic they talk about there is comprehensive sex education.
In the primary section, the only one they have, I think, is just the Bible club that teaches the children that sex outside marriage is a sin. Then we have Rotary. In the secondary they come, that's Rotaract this time around. They teach the children how to take care of themselves, that premarital sex is not allowed unless you want the things that comes with it, like maybe children, STDs and all that, because the person will be exposed by the time the child changes from one partner to the other.
Wow, thank you very much. If you're just joining us for the first time, this is Delta Women Drumbeat, a program that comes up every Monday by 11:45 a.m. on Crown 89.9 FM. Now, we want to hear your opinion on the topic teenage pregnancy. And today, we are looking at the school in terms of educating these teenagers on sex. What is the difference between the teenagers of the 19th century and that of the 21st century? Send in your contributions to our numbers on 090-321-74129. Madam, before I let you out of the studio today, what do you think school can do to help reduce teenage pregnancy, and your advice to every school who is yet to include sex education to their school curriculum?
For now, what we do in school is that we teach, we prepare campaign, we do some drawings and place them on the walls, like we say no to premarital sex. We'll draw a school girl with wearing the school uniform that is pregnant and hiding the face in shame. We do that, and we also do give talks, general talks, and advise the children, particularly the girl child, that they just have to be careful, because they are the only ones that can really take care of themselves. And most times when this pregnancy comes up, it's only the girl child that is really ashamed, that bears it, that is carrying the pregnancy. And but while the male child is just on his own, we only say, they say you did it. He will say, what will you do? He will be going to school. Meanwhile, the girl child will be staying at home.
Okay, that's very good. And thank you very much for taking out your time to be with us today. It's not easy. I believe every school will go back to their drawing table and see how they can help these teens find life and reduce teenage pregnancy, just like what you said. Say no to premarital sex. Well, we have come to the end of today's episode of the program, but not the end of Delta Women's Drumbeat. Do keep another date with us, same time, same station, next week, where we'll be talking about the medical implication on teenage pregnancy. So do keep another date with me. Don't forget to check in our Facebook page and follow us on our past episode at www.facebook.com/Delta Women's Drumbeat. Also, send in your contributions to us on 090-321-74129. Now, on behalf of my producer, Delta Women NGO CEO SC Ejerogun Reed, I am Joy Asai. Say no to premarital sex. Bye for now.
Delta women stand up, make we put our hands together to make the testing better.